Okay. So I'm having problems at work. Oh, and Billy just gave me a kiss. So Thursday night I call up to talk about and I say, I'm happy calling out Friday as in my forewarning. Oh my god, I'm a Gemini. Oh my god, I can't get my story fucking straight. This is why I don't like lying. Okay, what happens Thursday? Okay, I called and Nate knows I can't work till after 3, and I've told him that for the past 3 weeks I can't work after 3. He ended up scheduling me at 11 o'clock, and he knew that I was most likely not going to make it anyways, which is the whole funny part about the whole situation. So, I called him and I'm like, okay, can you come pick me up tomorrow? And he's like, okay, that's fine. He's like, I can get you before work because we both came in at 11. So he's supposed to come get me from the K's gas station, which is right down the street from me, at 10:30. So I get up at 10:30, get dressed, whatever, go down there, and he's not there. So I'm like, what the fuck, where's he at? Why the hell did I get up and get dressed and he's not here? So I called Taco Bell or whatever, and he's bitching at me saying it's my fault and just all this other shit. And I'm like, dude, it's not my fucking fault. And I'm like, you know what, I can't handle this. I was like, I'm going to the hospital. Well, I guess when he was on the phone with me, he fired me, but I didn't know nothing about it, so I came to Taco Bell, and they was like, yeah, you're fired. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I was like, I have a fucking doctor's note. He can't fire me. And, oh, my stomach hurts. I'm fucking so distracted. So he talks to Saturday, and he's like, well, I'm just going to suspend you. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever, no big deal. So then I go up there today, and Jeremy's there, and I sit down with Jeremy, and I talk to him, and he's like, well, it's up to Nate to keep you. I was like, but Jeremy, I was like, I don't call out. It's the only time I called out was the week that I was in the hospital. I was in the fucking hospital. And, okay, so Nate came, whatever, we talked. He's like, he wants a doctor's note saying that it's okay for me to come back to work, that I'm stable to my meds and stuff like that. And I was talking to him and I was like, I don't call out a lot. He was like, yeah, you do. He was like the week you went into the hospital, I had to change the entire schedule around. I was like, yeah, that's because I planned on going into the hospital. I said, you know what, I think I'm going to make Taco Bell's life live in hell and I'm going to go to the hospital. No, it was not even that. Like, is Taco Bell more important than my life? Like, apparently it is. According to Nate, Taco Bell is more important than my life. He'd rather me trying to commit suicide and not go to the hospital and go to work because he is running business and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it shouldn't be. I don't care because depression is no difference between me having a heart attack. And it makes it even worse now because, I've already had a mixed episode. So, now technically I'm, diagnosed as bipolar, but I'm not going to exactly say I am because I'm going to see my psychiatrist tomorrow and I'm going to talk to her and I know she's going to put me on a mood stabilizer, which is really good. And I've been telling her now for a long time, to put me on a mood stabilizer. But, apparently people just don't listen to me. I'm just done with talking. Just completely done. But it's just that, people are really ignorant to mental disorders. Like, he sits there and, he'll take me off to the side, you can't be depressed. You can't act depressed. I'm like, yeah, I was like, that's because I wake up in the morning. I say, you know what? I think I'm going to be depressed today because that's just the mood to have. That's just the way to be. I mean, doesn't everyone want to be depressed? We all want to be emo kids. I mean, are you serious? Does this guy not think, he just doesn't use his brain. And honestly, I don't know if I want to work with him. I don't know if I want to work with someone who's like him. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to live in this world with people like him. Because I just don't understand. He's like, well, I understand that, you're going through a lot right now. He's like, but you gotta understand, I'm running a business and I can't count on you. What do you mean you can't count on me? I don't fucking ever call off. That's such bullshit. He sits there and acts like I plan on, losing my fucking mind and, going to the hospital. I don't plan on nothing like that to happen. I mean, are you fucking serious? If it was up to me, I'd be normal as hell, but unfortunately, I'm just screwed for the rest of my fucking life. I am screwed in a fucking handbasket. And you don't even understand, I could just fucking yoked his little ass up and just smacked him and give him fucking reason to fire me. But I don't know if I mentioned anything about this, but I actually talked to Jeremy before him. And Jeremy was actually really nice, and he listened to me, and he's like, well, it's up to Nate to keep you or not. I was like, I know. I was like, I understand that. I was like, but it's not fair. And I was like, I want to show you how he treats people unfair. And I was like, it's not right. I was like, because this other guy, John, who used to work there, he used to do no call, no shows, be late 2 hours, whatever. He showed up whenever the hell he wanted to show up, pretty much. And he ended up leaving, and he got a doctor's note for his leave. And then once his doctor's note said he could come back, he had no issue getting his hours back, and he was gone for a couple months. And that's fucked up. I was gone for a week. But I'm about to talk to Vicky about that, and I'm going to tell her that I don't know if I'm going to stay, because I really want to, because, you know, I really love the people I work with, but I'm not going to be treated like shit because I have a mental disorder that I didn't ask for. You know, I didn't ask to be this way, you know? No one asks to be this way, you know? It's not something we can control. It's not like we wake up one morning and say, you know what, I think I'm going to have eating disorder. I think I'm going to be bipolar. Or, no, it's not like that. And I'm just so screwed up in the head right now. And I think work's the only thing that keeps me somewhat stable, you know? And if I don't have no job, you know, it's like what I'm going to do, I'm going to be a fucking bum, and, oh god, my fucking head is hurting. Yeah, I only had like 4 hours of sleep last night because Billy came over and we did the nasty. So, I've been a bad girl. So, I ended up going to the doctor's today, so that way I could see if my IUD was still in place, and it was, so I made him use rubbers last night, and he was like so worried about me getting pregnant, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get pregnant. I'm on birth control. So I went in and actually got my birth control checked to make sure it's still there, and it's still there, so we're definitely in the clear. But yeah, me and Billy are actually doing, you know, pretty good, you know. Well, last night I got him to admit that, you know, he did like me and he was addicted to me. I was like, I know, you don't have to tell me. He's like, I know. He's like, I wouldn't tell you. But he was under the influence. So I get things out of him when he's under the influence. It's not very hard. So, I don't know. Something's just different with him. Like, you know, I don't feel the need to be with him. I just like being around him. Like, he makes me feel completely comfortable around him. Like, you know, he wouldn't purposely harm me. You know, I just feel like I can be myself around him. And, you know, for once in my life, you know, I mean, that's nice. You know, it's nice to have someone there, you know. You know, I can just call him bitch and he'll listen just the entire time. He'll be like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm listening. And I know he's listening because, like, 3 days from now, he'd be like, you said this and you said that. And I'd be like, whoa, how'd you remember that? So I don't remember when I said that. And, yeah. But this girl I work with, Camille, was mad at me. But she's not mad at me. That makes me feel better, you know, because I wasn't purposely trying to make her mad at me. I was just stating the fact that she was standing over there all day. Like, she was standing in the drive-thru all day, and it was pissing me off because I was getting in trouble for standing around. So if one person's going to get treated that way, then everyone else is going to get treated the same way I am, because I do not like when people are treated unfair. Because, and plus, I mean, it upsets me even more because this girl, Priscilla, that I work with, is one of the managers. Me and her are actually, like, really good friends, you know. Me and her go out and hang out and, like, we talk, you know. I normally talk to her about stuff that's going on in my life, you know, because she listens to me. Well, I guess she was talking shit about me, saying that if I don't have a reliable ride to work, then I don't need to work there. You know, that really upsets me because, you know, Priscilla is someone that, you know, I really liked, you know. I pretty much looked up to her. So, you know, that just wasn't good, on top of, you know, already crying because I talked to Nate, and then, you know, hearing about that, I'm just like, damn, just, things are just falling apart, man. My cell phone's turned off. Fuck, I just got paid a $320 check, and I have fucking nothing to my name. I have $1 to my name, and it's not even my dollar, it's my parents' dollar. Everything's just so out of whack.